Hey, congratulations for The Last Victim.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And this is such a thrilling film, especially for yourself. But, we always have to ask is what initially attracted you to a project like this?
Well, I like to play kick-ass women. Come on now. I think that one of the things that originally attracted me to it was that you're taking and you're lifting her out and you're putting her into the wilderness where you take all control away. And you see her have to question her own morality in the means of survival. And that to me is like was the first impulse of why I wanted to tell this story. And also it's a neo-Western. I mean, this is a survival thriller. So it's got a real movement to it, a pace. It's got a noir feel to it. And I love Ralph Ineson. I think that he's just an extraordinary actor, and Ron. So I was like, let's do this. I got on board.
How scary was it to act, against Ralph in a film like this? Because he was a type of villain that you probably would never want to meet in real life.
This is true. He was great. I mean, he's got that just like like that voice where it's just you can't stop listening to him. And he's such a gentleman and a great guy. And so it was wonderful to work with him on and off screen. He was totally lovely. And I think he brought a lot to the movie. So I was happy that he was part of it.
In a film like the last victim here, because you've done so many actions, horror, and thrillers. How did you get into the mindset of Susan? Because in reality, she's a victim, but then again, she also
That's right.
turns around. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love the idea of like the survival of it all. And for me, I'm a total scaredy cat. I'm spooked all the time, very, very easily. And so I think that it's kind of like a natural extension for me is that if I make myself believe in the moments and then that just kind of unfolds, and happens for me and then for the character. So I think that's a big part of it is that I really entrench myself into the environment, the surroundings, the world, the actors, and I lose myself in that. And then I kind of let it unfold how I would react to it. And so, with her being such a type A personality, it was easy for me to drop into that and then watch her slowly lose control. And then by losing control, kind of this warrior and this woman in her emerged through all that pain.
Do you have to make special preparations for a film, or do you make certain special preparations for any film?
I think for everyone, there's different things that it calls upon. But, one of the things is like we were shooting outside in Kelowna and it started, it's the desert. So it started warmer. And by the time we finished shooting, it was snowing. So when you're shooting outside in those environments, that's something that I love to be able to use, and because it really just, especially with a movie that's raw like this, there's not a lot of makeup. It's really, you want to feel those moments. It's like visceral. So that I thought was really helpful. And then, we're shooting nights and all that kind of works in when you're tired and, I'm not going off and eating like fabulous dinners on the weekend. Like when I'm doing this, I kind of stay entrenched in it and part of the brutality of it.
I was gonna say those night shoots look kind of brutal, or to us it looks brutal.
It's always brutal. I mean, when we were shooting Resident Evil in Cape Town, I didn't sleep for 2 months. Like, you get home, you try to grab a couple hours, you turn it around, and you're kind of like in this delirium because that's part of it, when you're shooting nights and your body is just like not wired like that. But again, when you're shooting these kind of movies, you got to put it all in there. And I think it helps to, make it more believable.
It is amazing, is because I was watching this movie and I couldn't tell which national park that this was being filmed at, but it was filmed in Canada, which is unbelievable to
Kelowna.
make it look
Yeah.
like southwestern United States.
True. And like New Mexico, no, it really was incredible how they did it. And I think the movie looks so beautiful and, it brings in the neo-Western and all that. But then it's really, it does have those noir elements. So you have like the rawness of the scene when, I discovered that my husband's being, I see him killed and I see him laying there and you see her, like this carnal side of her come out and this rawness. And then you also have the scenes that are kind of Tarantino-esque and kind of fun and juicy when, she lights, Kyle on fire and you see her in that whole mind of like, becoming a vengeful warrior.
Were you there on the time when they filmed that scene where you get to light somebody on fire?
Yeah. Yeah.
That must have been one amazing sight to see. The
No,
stuntman.
it's always incredible when you see that stuff happen and you know how they film it and how they're able to do it. And yeah, I mean, it's the magic of movie making.
Well, let's talk about the stunt scenes that you get to do. Do you get to do it? Because I've seen you in so many action movies. I'm like used to the fact that you probably do all your own stunts.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely did. I did all the stunts with me and Kyle. You know that scene I'm talking about where he kind of attacks me in the trailer and then she turns it around and fights him off. So that was like, choreographed and we worked on that with stunts and that's fun for me. When you fall down, you turn it around, you kick up and like it was exciting and I love to do that stuff. I love being able to, get into the physical aspect of any role that it, requires that.
How long does it take you to learn a fight choreography? Are
I
you
mean,
a fast learner?
I am. I mean, usually like that, you'll start, you maybe, before filming, you'll spend a couple days, a couple hours each day kind of getting it down. And then, there's always, just training involved when you're working with guns and anytime that you're, kicking and stunts and wrestling and all of that. We were like shattering light bulbs. So there was glass involved. So yeah, a couple days before, and then usually like the day before you're really like before you start shooting, and then the day before you're actually filming that scene, you freshen up on it, and then you work on it that day. And for me, I take the time until I'm really confident with it, because you don't want anyone to get hurt.
I mean, that's safety is the most important issue, especially dealing with guns in a film like this. I guess it's a Western and it has a revolver, which is kind of funny because I don't even know if anybody uses revolvers anymore.
Right. Well, I know how to use one now.
Well, most awesome. Well, Ali, I do have to wrap it up because of timing issues. But for yourself, what's next? For you on your plate.
Yeah. So I'm bringing out my own wine called Forever Gold in September. So if you enjoy wine, be on the lookout. It's fabulous. I just got the rights to this extraordinary book about the mother of a Navy SEAL. And so that is something that, now I'm actually of age and I can start playing some of these really juicy, meaty roles. And that is a passion project of mine and something that hopefully we'll announce within the next couple of weeks and we'll be able to bring to you within a year.
Most excellent and real fast. I want to know how does an actress get into the wine industry? I mean, that is like
because I like to drink wine. No, so I published a cookbook 6 years ago called Kitchen Revelry, and so I've always had my blog and my website. That's my name, and so it's all the recipes that I've been making for 20 years with my friends and family, and it's always been a natural kind of extension for me. It's something that I've always dreamed of, and so I'm doing a small lot Bordeaux blend and a California Central Coast Chardonnay. So be on the lookout.
You are amazing. You're so multi-talented. I don't know. Anyways, thank you very much for this conversation about the last victim, and really appreciate it. I hope to do this again with you.
Thank you so much.